Prolonged fasts are not a lifestyle. Like 1 meal a day, intermittent fasting, that's a lifestyle. A prolonged fast is something that I do once a year to let my body heal, to stress my body in a different kind of way. You push yourself beyond what you think you're capable of, further than you've ever gone before, and your mindset changes forever. If you think of going your entire life without ever fasting versus doing a prolonged fast every once in a while, it kind of changes the perspective. A lot of people think that a prolonged fast is dangerous or unhealthy. I think of doing a prolonged fast, it's the same kind of thing as running a marathon. You don't go out and run a marathon to get fit. You run a marathon to test yourself. Running a marathon takes a physical toll on your body. If you were to try to run a marathon too frequently, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna injure your feet, you're gonna injure your knees. It's a huge stress on your body. Same thing with a prolonged fast. It takes a toll on your body. You are stressing your body because you're forcing your body to use its fat reserves for fuel. It's going through a lot, but it's only for a set period of time. And if you think of going your entire life without ever fasting versus doing a prolonged fast every once in a while, it kind of changes the perspective. Too frequent of a prolonged fast is definitely probably not good for you because you're taking on that stress too much. Just like running a marathon too frequently is not going to be good for you. What if you've gone your whole life and you've never gone more than 24 hours without eating food? Do you think that in that situation, a prolonged fast of 5 days, maybe 10 days could be good for you? Just one time in your entire life to let your body heal some of those damaged cells? I think a lot of people in our society, they go their whole lives without ever going over 24 hours without eating. I was that way. My first fast 10 years ago, I realized I had never gone more than 24 hours without eating in my entire life. What? Prolonged fasts are not a lifestyle. Like 1 meal a day, intermittent fasting, that's a lifestyle. That's something you do for the long term. A prolonged fast is something that I do once a year, sometimes once every 2 years, to let my body heal, to give my body a break from just constantly digesting food, and just to stress my body in a different kind of way. Just like running a marathon, you might run 20 minutes a day. That's gonna keep you fit, keeps your cardio in check. But every once in a while, you wanna push yourself to the absolute limits, and you're gonna run a marathon. That day you run that marathon, the next couple of days you can hardly walk. Your legs are gonna be so sore. You're gonna cause trauma to your body by running that marathon. But does that mean it's bad for you? It's such a shallow way of thinking to say that running a marathon is bad for you because it hurts you physically for the following 48 to 72 hours. But the benefits that you gain mentally from pushing yourself beyond what you think you're capable of, those kind of things last for a lifetime. That's what fasting did for me, and that's what I get from it. You push yourself beyond what you think you're capable of, further than you've ever gone before, and your mindset changes forever. Fasting's not for everybody. If you've got a medical condition, if you take medication, you may not be able to fast. Anyone thinking about doing a prolonged fast should check with their doctor first and make sure that they approve it and that it's gonna be beneficial to them. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. I finished my first 30-day challenge and I started at 269.3. And after 30 days of strict 1 meal a day, I finished at 262.8. I lost 6.5 pounds. It's not a huge amount of weight, but for the quality of life I lived in the last month, it is awesome. Anyone that's on a weight loss journey, the first thing you need to do is master the art of maintenance. You need to learn how to be happy, live your life, and not gain weight. That's what I tried to do this month. I wanted to eat the most calories I could while still losing 1 pound a week. For me, I started with 2,500 calories. I never went over my 2,500. I didn't go too far under it either. I was very consistent. You're gonna have times of weakness and you're gonna have times where you slip off your diet. If you can keep those times to a minimum and then get right back to your maintenance plan, which you know you can be happy on, then you have something powerful. If you wanted to do a prolonged fast and lose a bunch of weight, if you don't have the ability to follow a maintenance plan when you get off that fast, it's gonna come right back, and probably some extra, because you're gonna have those cravings stronger than ever. And if you're in the habit of just binge eating on the 9 to 5, you're gonna go right back to binging and you're gonna pack that weight right back on. And it's gonna be as if the fast never happened. If you wanna be able to keep any of the benefits of a prolonged fast, you have to have a maintenance plan that you can transition to right after the fast. Because I'm only eating 1 meal a day, I can eat a lot of good food at the end of my day for my 1 meal and still be under my calorie target. So for me, I have found a way to be happy, maintain my weight, and still enjoy life. When I first started this plan, I was saying, I love it, I can eat whatever I want. I can't actually eat whatever I want. I still have to make smart choices. The difference is, I'm already physically full when I'm making these choices, so it makes it a lot easier. For example, I make myself a huge plate of spaghetti, a cup of spaghetti sauce, and I have 200 grams of ground beef. So this is my big meal for the night. If I was not tracking my calories, I'd have 2 cups of spaghetti sauce. Instead of 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, I'd have like 6. Sometimes I used to add cream cheese to my spaghetti. I have to make smart choices still. It's just much easier to make those choices. Just last night, I went to a birthday party. I had to limit myself on the cheese enchiladas because I knew those were gonna be super high in calories. So I had a couple mini chimichangas, I had a bean burrito, and only 2 cheese enchiladas. Whereas I would've went back and just finished all the cheese enchiladas. If there were 6 or 8 there, I probably would've just ate them all. And then for dessert, we had the Texas sheet cake. I could have eaten 3 servings of that sheet cake. I ate too much to begin with. I think I counted 800 calories of Texas sheet cake. I can't just go crazy and eat anything I want. But that might be because I'm not normal. My 30-day challenge is over. I've stuck to OMAD for 30 days. I've been back in the gym for 30 days now. I'm gonna keep grinding. I pretty much got most of my muscle memory back. I still probably have a couple more weeks to go where I can keep getting some easy gains. And then I'm gonna have to start pushing hard. I'm gonna have to start getting all my protein in, really pushing myself in the gym and trying to add some mass. That's a wrap. More cool stuff to come.